34. The Curse of the Pharaohs, Divine Restraint. So what happens to those who dare to trespass into the pyramid? According to the Curse of the Pharaohs, all intruders will be killed, otherwise the secret will be leaked. But what is the Curse of the Pharaohs? When excavators such as Carter entered a spacious room under the pyramid, they found a mud sculpture board that read, "Death will come on swift wings to those who disturb the peace of the king." Another statue had the inscription, "I am the one who is matched with the scorching heat of the desert," which forces tomb robbers to flee and is responsible for guarding the tomb of Tutankhamun. These two sentences are the curse of the pharaohs. But does the curse really have an irresistible power? Let's look at some collected examples. The excavation leader Carnarvon fell ill soon after the tomb was opened on December 5, 1922, and died. His sister wrote in her memoirs, "Before he died, he had a high fever and kept shouting, 'I heard him calling me, and I'm going to join him.'" Another leader, Carter, died in 1939 at the age of 65, seemingly not affected by the curse, but his beloved canary was bitten to death by a cobra one day. In addition, his daughter hanged herself shortly after her father's death, leaving a note that read, "I can no longer bear the curse." In addition, one of Carter's assistants died of lung disease suddenly one day, 3 years after the excavation work had taken place, and another assistant died suddenly at the age of 45 in 1929. British investor Carnarvon was bitten by a bug and died in pain within 6 months after the project was completed. The nurse who accompanied him in the Cairo hospital heard him shouting loudly before he died, "I'm done, I've heard the call." This nurse also died later, inexplicably. 6 months after Carnarvon's death, his half-brother Hibbard committed suicide due to schizophrenia. In 1939, Carnarvon's mother-in-law also died suddenly, allegedly also bitten by a bug. American railroad tycoon Gruelle died suddenly of the plague shortly after entering the tomb. South African millionaire Sheikh Ali was visiting the excavation site of Tutankhamun's golden mask and fell into the Nile and drowned. Professor Richard, who used X-ray examination on the pharaoh's mummy, developed a high fever after working for several days and died soon after. The director of the Cairo Museum, Meller, did not believe in curses and boasted about it. For weeks later, he suddenly passed away due to heart disease, according to doctors. By the end of 1923, 22 people who participated in the excavation mysteriously fell ill and died. In 1971, Mr. Emery, an archaeologist who searched for ancient tombs about 30 kilometers south of Cairo, suddenly became paralyzed and died shortly after. Professor Damatian, who copied inscriptions inside the tomb, also met with misfortune. The Egyptian government's antiquities administrator agreed to take Tutankhamun's relics out of Egypt and to exhibit them in Paris. He was hit by a car and died in the hospital 3 days later. His daughter was also involved in a car accident and was critically injured. Dr. Meverlitz, who was preparing for the Egyptian Antiquities exhibition, died suddenly at home a week after signing the exhibition agreement. 2 pilots who airlifted Tutankhamun's relics suddenly died from heart disease shortly after. During the exhibition of the Golden Mask in San Francisco, a police officer was hospitalized due to heart disease while on duty. When asked about the reason, he said, "When standing in front of the mask, there seems to be something producing a force behind me, making me shiver." Mr. Moses, who helped to knock down a major wall, died from a disease similar to a nervous breakdown. Reed, who conducted the first X-ray examination of the pharaoh's body, and American billionaire Wolf, also died subsequently. According to research, at least 40 archaeologists' sudden deaths were related to the pharaoh's tomb. The above are just records of famous people's deaths. What about the rest of the unnamed participants? Many people must have died inexplicably without realizing the cause, but because they were unknown, no one investigated the cause of death. Before the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1923, around 1900, a stone sarcophagus was excavated from an ancient Egyptian tomb. The coffin was inscribed with the words, "Whoever touches this coffin will be in trouble or will be swallowed by seawater." Indeed, participants almost all died inexplicably one after another. Later, the stone coffin was purchased by an American millionaire and was put on the Titanic in March 1912. Ready to be transported to the United States for exhibition. Unexpectedly, the Titanic hit an iceberg while sailing on the sea, and both the coffin and the ship were swallowed by seawater. Above are some information about the deaths of people related to the Egyptian tombs that have been collected. Whether this information is true or not, please judge for yourself. If you don't believe it, you can hug Tutankhamun's golden mask or personally visit the ancient tombs in Egypt to see what happens. Because the pyramids are the womb of human birth, there are countless mysteries inside. Once these mysteries are discovered, they will directly affect whether humans should continue to survive on Earth, just like the current cloning technology. If humans can be replicated on a large scale, it will directly threaten the balance of life in various spaces and disrupt the order of the reincarnation of life. Therefore, humans cannot take risks. If the dogs we raise at home gradually possess human intelligence, should we continue to raise them or execute them? If someone is curious about the advanced military secrets of the Department of Defense, we first use guards, electronic protection, and other measures to defend. What if they have already penetrated the secret repository? Are we going to let them walk away and leak the high-level secrets? Peeping into the secrets of others is a very dangerous act and a foolish behavior that brings trouble upon oneself. Depending on the level of secrecy, the explorer will face the fate of being threatened, tongue cut, eye gouged, imprisoned, or killed. Let's just be honest people and not let our curiosity lead us to the path of death. All secrets will eventually be revealed to the world, but it takes time. It is not yet time for humanity to know, and at that time, there will be people who are destined to explain the mysteries. For those who know about cloning technology, it's best not to say anything. Think about it yourself. Alright. That's all about the curse of the pyramids and the pharaohs. Can we deduce the existence of the greatest creator from these mysterious phenomena?